Hi everyone, it's Nicole at My Christmas here. Today we're going to show you how to create a decorated sleigh. So remember, with everything we show you, we're showing you the techniques. So if you have different colours that you like, you can do exactly the same thing with your own colour lot. But this one we've got our birch sleigh. All of these items are on our website, and if you're interested in the entire kit, it's actually listed as a class on our website, but obviously if you're looking at this online, you can follow this and use it as your own class and do it at home. So we're going to make this little guy up today and show you how easy and quick it is to create a piece like this. Alright, so we love these sleighs. Alright, they're just a really nice medium size to work with. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with a piece of forest foam. Now what I've been doing with that foam is we just need it to be able to sort of sit into the sleigh a little bit. Alright, so you just need to make it small enough that you're not going to have pieces of the foam hanging out the side of this sleigh. Alright, but just enough still that you can actually attach all your forestry to it. We're going to use a hot glue gun to glue it in. Does mean that once it's in there you can't take it out, or you're going to end up with a bit of glue in the bottom of your sleigh. And I know because I've made one of these before that it tends to attach to the side, so let's just get that onto the side there. And it's in solid. Alright, it's already ready to go. So with our man here, obviously we don't want to see that piece. So we've got to get some foliage around him to disguise our foam. We like to have at the back some nice hanging prongs. Now all of these picks, we break them up all the time. So for any of our centerpieces, we will regularly break them into multiple little pieces. Yeah. Got someone just coming into the room. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good thanks.
Hello, how are you? If you don't mind, ladies, come around this side so then you can see, and Hugh can also... Bring the chairs with you.
Oh, no,
sit down, relax. No, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so all I've done is just glued my piece of foam into my sleigh here. Tell me if you can't see. All right, and we want a little bit of height at the back of our sleigh. So I'm going to get this nice foliage. Yeah.
We want to see what to do with it.
And I'll be honest, everyone, I've tried to order more of these sleighs and I can't. So we have about 8 of them, and that's it for the season.
We've got them in early.
Good. Yeah, it is something that, I mean, we did get more than that, but they sold very fast. And unfortunately, I often can order a bit more, but not this year. Don't worry about too much that you've got a gap behind here, because if you end up with a piece where you're going to see the back, you can always use a little bit of foliage that you just put in underneath there, all right? But you don't want to waste too much. So then we've got a little bit of height coming out of our piece. I've gone with this one, a little bit of natural and a little bit of bling with the rose gold, and obviously this one as well. These picks are fantastic for lots and lots of decorating, all right? So we use them all the time, and again, pull them apart. I'm just going to cut that one. I'll see if I can pull it off. I think these picks, what are they? $6.95, so they're really inexpensive. Great filler. I'm not using it in this sleigh, but quite often in our centerpieces, we also use a piece of our cheapest centerpiece, green centerpiece, that we hold as a piece of foliage, basically, and use it rather than using lots and lots of the more expensive picks. You can fill up the sleigh. In fact, I'm just going to turn that glue off. Remember, because that doesn't need to go. Now, if you don't have enough room to actually attach these into your sleigh, just to cut a couple of the leaves off. And always remember, you want to get shape out on the side as well as up. You just don't want it to look two-dimensional.
Make it look natural.
Yeah. So I'm just shaping my leaves a bit to get... And you can see this is just such a quick process. we also do, rather than sleighs, this sleigh I think is $90, but if you want to create a centerpiece exactly the same format, you can just use a little bucket, or if you've got a vase or something, cover your vase with ribbon. So sometimes the vessel's a little bit more expensive, but you can do the same thing and get a great result. All right, so we've got our start there, and just to show you, see he's already, we're getting there, but you obviously don't want all of that on show.
No.
So I'm going to, this is like it's all in at the moment, all these hanging wall things. Yes. Well, we actually think the foliage is really great because it's so super soft, that we can put it wherever we want. So again, I'm going to break that up and just add a little bit at the front into... Yeah. And I can even, if I want to just make it really small pieces and just sitting it in here so that I've got this piece of foam covered, but it's a really pretty leaf colour that's coming through. Now, if there are any questions online, we can answer those as well. So Hugh's keeping an eye out on that, so don't hesitate to ask online as well. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this in the back. So again, you've got that bit of greenery following through the whole sleigh. And then I'm not going to use all of this piece. I could use this for other decorations as well. So, $22.95 for this piece, but it's actually a really handy... It's
a big piece.
Yeah, piece that you can use for multiple different purposes. So I'll put one more on this side here, and then I'll just see how I'm going and what else I need. Okay, so see how we've now filled the back of that. So you don't have to worry about anyone looking and going, ooh, I can see my florist foam. Now let me just see how, I'm just going to turn around so I can see where I'm at with everything. Okay. So I love this. This is another pick we use all the time because it's just really soft and pretty and goes with silvers and champagne golds. I haven't got a price on that, but I think off the top of my head it's around $11 a piece. I just want a bit of that. I think that will look nice out the side. Sometimes we have tied him onto the sleigh. I actually find the sleigh, the way we've cut the foam, he sits there quite happily, so you don't need to worry. So it just means you know when you move your piece to take him off separately. Get some of that at the back. And this is also where we often say you can choose how much you want to do. You don't have to have as many picks as I've used here, or you can use more if you like. You could also use a little bit of natural foliage in it. Yeah. It would look beautiful if you got some of the real pine. So far we can still see the foam down the front. So yeah, we need to put a little bit more. I'm going to use this one because this is like a little bit of natural in the look. Position him in, and then I can decide what else I'm going to need. I don't actually know that I need much more in there. We also did put on our little sample guide here. We did have a little bird sitting on the side, so if you wanted to, you could add a little bird on the side, or you can leave that off. Then that's as easy as it is. All right, layering it, so you want width, you want it to be coming down, so it's not all standing up, a little bit of height at the back. So that's how we do all of the pieces like that. And then on here, we've also just put, if I can find the battery pack, if we've still got batteries in it. Yeah. We just ran the little fairy lights. So these are little packets of 2 metre fairy lights that you can wire with this one, because we've got a little bit of copper. Use the copper wire. You can use the champagne wire, $6.95. Lighting anything changes it. Look at those two.
Yeah.
You know, it just adds that extra bit of magic for Christmas. Yeah, and that's how easy it is to create any of these pieces. Just keep it on there, Hugh, for a sec. I'll just grab this up here and bring it down to show.
No, it's different.
Just to show you.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
So this piece here is made in quite an expensive bucket, all right? But exactly the same technique. Florist foam in the middle, something height at the back, coming down around it. All right, so you can be quite creative. And one of the mistakes we make a lot in Australia is we don't use bigger decorations. So having either bigger balls or the elf always finishes things off. So if you didn't want the elf and you wanted to put a bunch of baubles in there, you could do that. And that would be another way of getting a nice impact, not quite as expensive. The elf's about $60. Yeah, absolutely. So that's it.
It's so gorgeous.
On Facebook, we will keep an eye on any questions. So if you're watching this after the demonstration and you'd like to have any questions answered, we'll be having a look at that later today, and we'll see if we can answer them for you. Or if you can't find an item online, we can certainly point that out to you. Here, let us know. We can help you find the different pieces.
You make it look so easy.
But it is. Yeah, you know, don't overcomplicate.
No.
We say it all the time. We were saying it in the demos yesterday. Don't overcomplicate and you'll be fine.
Right,
I'm going to sign off online. Thank you so much for watching.